Season 1 of Vinland Saga was nothing short of incredible. A story where a boy tries to get revenge by joining forces with his father's killer so that eventually he could end up killing him in a duel. With the initial premise alone, you would be kinda weirded out enough to be curious about the show, and once you get curious, you end up finding something that is truly incredible from the start. Whether it be the beautiful soundtrack, the way that the world is presented, or even the historical timeline that it takes place in, since not a lot of animes really talk about Vikings that much. For me, what sells the story of Vinland Saga is the fighting, characters, and just amazing storytelling. And when you put all this together in the end, it created the conclusion of one of the best prologues, and what made Vinland Saga one of the best animes the year that it came out, garnering such high praise from every person who watched it. So with such high praise from an amazing prologue, how does the creator try to top this? Okay. Now, I couldn't blame anyone for being confused about Vinland Saga. I mean, for me personally, I didn't know what to think. I mean, my favorite characters were gone, the fighting was gone, and the story felt like it was going to be something different. And with my favorite things from Season 1 being taken out or just not even showing up at all, was I going to dislike Vinland Saga? But I can say with 100% certainty that no, I ended up loving Vinland Saga 2 as much as I ended up loving Season 1. Season 2 took what Season 1 set up and made something even more beautiful than what Vinland Saga already is. Season 2 starts off with a new character named Einar, or however, I don't know how you pronounce it. Then he gets bought out by a slave owner, to which he says,
"Look at my farm, Gaynard. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? I get miserable saps like you to do the work for me. Have fun with the rest of this boring story arc, you filthy peasant."
After realizing that both their lives have practically gone to shit, they start bonding and they find out about each other's lives. To which we find out how much regret is actually within Thorfinn. Which, yeah, fair enough, but I don't think Einar was taking the news so lightly. Yeah, but they still end up being homies anyway. And that's because Thorfinn has accepted the fact that people are gonna hate him for his past. And this is just one of the many things that shows how Thorfinn has matured since Season 1. Let me paint a picture. In Season 1, Thorfinn was willing to kill whoever it took if it meant dueling Askeladd. And now in Season 2, I have no enemies. I have no enemies. Askeladd, I have no enemies. But in all seriousness, it is really refreshing to see a main character fully mature throughout the course of a story, since not a lot of creators can do it as well as I feel the Vinland Saga creator has. And seeing the full foundation of the simple phrase, "I have no enemies," come full circle is just incredible. And it's very interesting how Vinland Saga deals with the themes of war in this season. Because back in Season 1 it was like, yay, fighting, all this stuff. And now Season 2 it's like,
is there war?
Yes. Battles have been fought there in the past, and there will most likely be more. I wish it were other.
That's really hardcore. And that's all I have to say about Farmland Saga. An amazing season and an amazing continuation of an amazing prologue. And speaking of amazing prologues, better
my God, it's so beautiful!
So, long story short, I am so happy that Oshinoko is finally animated. It has been my obsession for months now, and it's probably going to be my obsession for the next year. And unlike Season 2 of Vinland Saga, where I talked about everything that happened, I am not saying a word about what goes on in Oshinoko, because you need to go in as blind as possible, because that is the best experience. The first episode may start off slow in the first half, but if you stick through it, you will witness one of the best endings to a first episode ever. And it doesn't stop there. The interest in seeing what goes on within social media and how we as a modern society act, it's all very interesting. And to people that are watching it, it makes you wonder, how did the creator go from something like Love is War to then creating the edgy little sister that is Oshinoko? Either way, both demonstrate how amazing of a writer Akasaka is, and you just need to see it. Oshinoko is a show that I think everybody needs to watch, since it shows the toxic life of an average social media star. And for the people that want to know my opinion on shows like Hell's Paradise, I don't know. I don't watch mid-shonen.